Hey Pisces, welcome to October. Welcome to fall. This is your general messages for the month of October 2020. Mars is in retrograde during this time, so I hope that it is bringing you clarity. I'm praying that it's bringing you power, giving you the push to take take the initiative in your life to live your best life. And then we have Mercury in retrograde as well. So we have a lot of lessons to learn, right? So Pisces. So before I get into your reading, I've been telling everyone that I've set up a Patreon. And for those of you who would like to support me on Patreon, I would greatly appreciate it. There will be, some lessons in tarot, basic lessons. I'll set up, options for you to choose. You guys can let me know what you guys are looking for. But I will also have artwork and art lessons on there. So for those of you who love art, that's also going to be there as well. But primarily it's going to be a tarot Patreon where I give tarot lessons for those of you who want to read tarot for yourselves or for others, as well as in-depth readings and clarity on the readings that I give you here. So that's what's going to change. So your readings here are going to be slightly shorter. Not too short, but slightly shorter, of giving you a general message, whether it be a love reading, Mercury retrograde, or any type of retrograde reading, a full moon reading. You can go to Patreon, and if you want more clarity about those messages, that's where you will find it there on Patreon. Okay, so it's not set up completely just yet, but that's pretty much what I'm going to be starting next month. In November, I'm going to be giving you guys more in-depth readings, answering more questions than I answer in your general messages here. Okay, so just bear that in mind, and that's what's going to be happening in November. All right, so your overall message or your overall energy, Pisces, in the month of October, we have the Stag. Leo. It represents the Strength card in the traditional tarot. Okay. Like I said, taking the initiative to strengthen yourselves, giving yourselves the permission to stand up, no longer hiding, making yourselves known. Pushing through your obstacles to reach a certain goal. That is the overall message for the month of October, Pisces. And I feel that there are those of you that are you're making a statement about who you are. I mean, it could be through clothing, it could be through makeup, your hair, jewelry, shaving your head. I think I've been telling you guys this for a while, actually, or for the past couple of readings. There are those of you, or maybe a few readings ago, a few months ago, you guys, I feel that there are those of you that are making some statements about the life that you want to live, the life that you want to maintain. And any mental, emotional, or even external obstacles in the way of that, you're stepping up to the plate to rid yourselves of those entities, right, or of those energies. Let's see what your oracle messages have to say. Wow, you have the Peacock. So, like I said, making a statement. Standing up and allowing yourself to be seen. And wanting to share that with others. In some ways, you may inspire others to show themselves instead of hiding. And you have from the Crystal Wisdom Oracle, you have the Fairy Stone. And it represents good fortune. And it says, I am open to receiving all the goodness the universe has to offer at all times and in all ways. In all ways, I'm sorry. So this stepping out into the light, stepping out into the open, and showing who you are, not being afraid to show your body, not being afraid to show, some of you guys are taking pictures of yourselves or selfies for social media where you would normally hide a certain part of your body, but this time you're allowing it to show. That's for some of you. Others of you are starting to wear clothing that reveals or accentuates a certain part of your body that you may have felt was not attractive. Okay, you guys are overcoming that, which is very beautiful to see. It's good. It's a good thing. Wow, I just turned to your page. That is crazy. Usually I have to turn through the whole book to get to a card, but this is very interesting. So it says the Peacock, and it says inner beauty, compassion, assimilator of anything. Some of you guys are Leos, or you have Leo in your chart, or there's something that Leo can teach you, okay? It says the beauty of the peacock is unrivaled. It's easy to think it comes from the plumage, but the secret of the peacock is that the beauty resides within and extends outward indefinitely. This adept creature can assimilate or digest all experiences in life, so it does not harbor resentment, conflict, or past pain within its psyche. The peacock type is extremely rare. Not many of us have reached this advanced level of acceptance of the self and others. When in balance with this card, you're confident and kind. When you're out of balance, you can't digest situations. To bring into balance, meditation on the navel. The solar plexus. Solar plexus and the sacral chakra. Some of you guys really need to pinpoint those areas in your body. Get acupuncture, go for a massage, yoga. Those things may help you along this journey of self-acceptance and also learning to digest your circumstances as they are now. Learning to digest what needs to happen and the actions that you need to take in the process. Okay, I'm a Pisces moon. That is not an easy thing for Pisces to do, is to digest, emotionally and mentally digest and accept what is. And also, I'm a Leo sun, so some of you guys, if you guys have Leo in your chart, that is also hard to digest certain things because that's a fixed sign, right? So for those of you who have Leo in your chart, there is something that Pisces and Leo can do towards one another that will help. That will help you balance yourselves in your circumstances. Understanding that who you are and who you want to become are both, they're cohesive, they coincide. So who you choose to be now is going to affect you in the future of who you become. So if you're settling for less now, and you only see your self-worth settling for less, that will affect who you become in the future. If that makes sense. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into your tarot. But just know that you have good fortune coming. You have good fortune coming. You want to embrace all of that good fortune wholesomely. You don't want to hold on to anything from the past or any old patterns of behavior. When this good fortune comes, there will be no room for it. Okay? Be the stag, be the peacock, be, for those of you who are Leo stars or Leo suns or anywhere, Leo risings even, embrace that. Embrace who you are. Okay, what is the essence of being a Leo? What is the essence of being a Pisces? What is the power behind that for those of you who resonate with being a fire sign? But Pisces, you know, whether you have fire in your chart or not, there's something to be learned about passion, about love in the most purest form. Love of self, love of friends, love of family, love of your significant other. Okay. So let's see what your tarot have to say. We have the World card, or the World tree. Like I said, digesting the process. You see how this tree has a maze, and then when you get to the tree, it has, you know, spring, summer, fall, winter. It's a process, right? We can't change the process of the seasons. We can't change the process of life. And sometimes life has challenges with this maze here, but at some point, just know that this maze has an ending. You just have to hit some walls. You know, for those of you who have you just keep hitting a wall after wall after wall. Just know every wall that you hit gets you closer to this. But obviously, this also represents you having to do some work. Why are you hitting those walls constantly? What are you doing to contribute to this spiritually or emotionally, even mentally? What can you do in your physical life, in your day-to-day life, that can help you remedy this? Everything has a process, and that process can be prolonged or it can be hastened. That's all up to the universe, but it's also all up to you too. It's up to you working with your creator to understand that. Okay. Now we have the blasted oak, which represents the tower in the traditional tarot. Staying in one position for too long will not serve you, Pisces. I hope I'm making sense. Staying in one mental state, one thought process, staying in one spot, becomes stagnation, right? It becomes stagnant. You become stagnant, you become stuck. This man in this card, right, was tied to this branch. For how long, we don't know. Right? But there is always something that is able to get you unstuck. And sometimes what you're tied to has to be destroyed. It's not so easy as just untying yourself, right? Some of you guys are trying to untie yourselves and you don't want things to get any worse. You don't want anything to crumble or to be destroyed. You just want to get out of it smoothly, right? Some of you guys may feel like you just want things to run smoothly. You want everyone to get along. You want everything. Some things have to be destroyed, Pisces. So if there's a relationship that needs to be destroyed, or a cycle within a relationship that needs to be destroyed so you can move forward with your significant other towards a better goal or a better chapter, you first have to destroy patterns of behavior, destroying ego, right? That's a part of the process, digesting the process. You know? Now we have the Two of Pentacles, or the Two of Coins here. You have these two hares battling one another over territory, and this card says challenges here. Challenges are inevitable. The Stag, the Strength card, Leo, it's all about challenge. In the traditional tarot, the Strength card is a woman or a man holding the mouth of a lion open, and the lion is just allowing them to do so. That's standing up to a challenge. Are you standing up to your challenges, Pisces? especially with Mars being in retrograde and Mercury being in retrograde, challenges are inevitable. And that's very easy to explain. It's very easy to say, but to experience it, that's the real challenge. Digesting the process, that is also a challenge. Okay? Some of you guys are actually going to travel more. You're choosing to step outside of your comfort zone. That may be a challenge for you. Stepping outside of your comfort zone and getting on a plane or getting on a train or a bus or in your car or renting a car, riding your bike someplace, or your skateboard or your rollerblades, whatever. Given the times that we're in today, it's very difficult to travel anywhere without compromising your health or putting your health at risk, right? But either way, I just get the sense that some of you guys, Pisces, are just deciding, you know what, it doesn't matter what's going on in the world, I'm going to step up and do more for myself. Okay? It's very beautiful to see. So let's go ahead and clarify the world card or the world tree in this particular tarot deck for Pisces for October 2020, the world tree. Why is the world tree here, Spirit? All right, we have the Nine of Bows. It represents respect in this deck, this is the Nine of Wands. It's that fire energy. I believe this is Leo, I think, but it could be any fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Wow, and we have the Queen of Bows at the bottom of the deck, which is the Queen of Wands. This is Leo. Or just a fire sign in general. Some of you guys are learning to demand respect. Some of you guys, that's just something that in October, the universe is going to push you to learn. It's like, learn to demand respect. Respect yourself. Demand respect of yourselves, right? Understanding that it's okay to put up a wall against someone if they've done you wrong. You don't have to try to remedy the situation right then and there. You can just allow them to sit in what they've done, right? Yeah, some of you guys, you've been bored for a while. But you kind of been I just get the sense you guys are ready. You have the Shaman, which represents the Magician. It's all about you, Pisces. It's number one, right? You are number one. You focus on yourself first before you can focus on anything else, before you can focus on anyone else. Okay? If you guys are parents and you have children under the age of 18, and you may feel like there's no way I can focus on myself because I have children, there is. Children don't need perfect parents. They need happy parents. They need healthy parents. Are you healthy? To be a prime example of health, you have to focus on self. That's how you manifest good outcomes. Good outcomes don't necessarily mean the process is going to be smooth. There's a struggle, right? Before you can find a job, you first have to go through being rejected or not getting the phone call or the email that you for an interview. Sometimes it takes you having to go to interviews that, just end up going nowhere, right? Whether it be one interview that's a dud or a few. Before you can get that job, the job that you want, you have to be rejected a few times. A lot of times, sometimes, right? So the process, a good result does not equate to a smooth process. Okay? Good results, good fortune with the fairy stone, your good fortune is here for you. But the process is, the journey towards that chapter. It may entail some obstacles and blockages that you have to push through and accept that they're blockages and that they need to They need to be broken down, okay? And then we have the Four of Vessels, this boredom, disappointment. You're going to come across disappointment at times. Any process has disappointments, right? Or a silent period where nothing really happens for a while. It happens. It's about what you do within those silent periods, or what you do or how you react to that disappointment. Disappointments, things that don't work out, means that that's just you haven't reached your goal yet. Right? That's a good thing. You don't want your goal to be disappointing, you know. So if you haven't reached your goal, you're going to reach disappointments at times throughout the process. Okay? And we have the Seven of Vessels, which just says mourning. Feeling at a loss for what to do, maybe hitting dead ends. Like I said, the World Tree with the World card here, Capricorn energy. Things have to go through a cycle. Like this tree here, it's spring, summer, fall, winter. It's a cycle. You have to go through the cycle. You have to go through the cycle. You have to go through hitting brick walls, feeling disappointed, silent periods within that cycle. And for those of you, you have already gone through this. You've gone through that period. So now you're in a different period of that cycle, which is change. So some of you guys are in this silent period or this cycle where things are not, you feel bored and, but you're doing something about it. There are those of you who are definitely doing something about it. For those of you who are not, you need to do something about why you're not moving forward. Why haven't you made that first step? Or the next step after the first step? What has stopped you? Okay. Now we have the Blasted Oak, which represents the Tower in the traditional tarot. So let's see for Pisces, my beautiful Pisces, why is the Blasted Oak here for their October 2020 messages? Okay, so yeah, we have the Seven of Bows, the Seven of Wands. It says clearance. In order for human beings a long time ago in ancient times to create tools, they had to chop trees down. They had to burn, melt metal to create, armor, or to create swords, or what I mean, daggers. Something had to be destroyed or burned with fire or purged. Before you can eat a vegetable or a fruit, you have to pick it from its lifeline. You have to uproot it from its home. Bring it into your kitchen and cook it or chop it, however people eat their meals, right? Cold or hot. But there's always a destructive process. Always a destructive process. That's never going to change. Right? Obviously, these things are being done in balance. They should be, right? So remember, Pisces, things have to be chopped down and cleared to create space for change. It has to happen, right? Yeah, some of you guys are dealing with an earth sign or a fire sign, or an air sign, but I get this, or a Libra to be more specific. Facing the facts, being ready to face the facts, being ready to move forward with the Page of Arrows here, or the Page of Swords. Being ready to face the obstacles, being ready for this journey. This is a very small bird, but it wakes up every day ready for the day, ready for what it needs to accomplish to survive. It has to have a sharp eye, right? To survive. It has to know what's coming next, or what environment holds danger for it, and what environment holds life and safety. To live life, Pisces, you have to be ready. You have You have to know your stuff. You can't hide, right? Then we have the Knight of Swords, or the Knight of Stones, which is the Knight of Pentacles. Being determined, but taking your time. You don't have to rush things. Just because things are being uprooted and destroyed around you, things that need to be changed drastically in your life, that does not mean that you have to make drastic decisions or to react irrationally. You may feel this change, actually, Pisces. Some of you guys are very psychic. You guys are a very psychic and intuitive sign. Some of you guys already feel this. I know I do. Okay, there's a huge shift. You're either ready for it or you're not. There's a huge reconstruction of our lives in our country, in other countries, in the world, in the universe. Huge reconstruction happening. That is not your cue to react, right? Just take your time and just watch things unfold. Continue your journey, continue the process, right? Be passionate about it. Continue to nurture your journey. Continue to nurture yourselves and your goals. With the King of Bows here, the King of Wands, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Could also be Aries. Okay. You guys can feel it in your spirits, this change, and you may feel a bit intimidated for some of you by it. It may feel intense, but it's going to be okay. It just means that there is a clearing that is happening, a purging that is happening. That's what we all are going through right now. But for you, Pisces, purge your life, clear the area, clear some space so that you can open to change. So that the change and the good fortune that comes to you and the confidence that comes to you, you embrace it with everything that you have, with all your heart, with no strings attached, with no regrets. Okay? All right. So now we have the Two of Stones, last but not least, for challenges. Universe source, this is for Pisces, for the Two of Stones for their October. Oops, that doesn't happen often. 2020 messages. Oof. That's interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. Gosh, you guys. You guys are ready. Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Stones at the bottom of the deck. Some of you guys are moving, changing properties, transitioning from one property to the next. Some of you guys are setting up shop for a business. Challenges. There are challenges in that, but like, there is nothing to be afraid of. Sometimes challenges, it's almost like playing a sport. Having fun playing a sport, right? It's almost like playing tag with your best friend when you were little or something, right? Playing a video game. Challenges are meant to happen. But I get the sense, Pisces, that there is nothing to be afraid of. It's like looking at it like a video game or just like a game. It's a challenge. There are obstacles, there are enemies along the way, but nothing too powerful for you to stand against. Think back on some people that have tried to pull the wool over your eyes and you just were like, whatever, they're, This is a good time for you. This challenge or these challenges are they're meant to be overcome. Because you have, these are the cards that fell out, okay? Temperance, Sagittarius, Balance. In the month of October, during these couple of retrogrades that are going on, you're going to find your balance. It's going to take some time this month, but you're going to find your balance. Some of you guys have already found it. You've begun the process. Then we have the Ace of Bows. Like I said, passion, new passions, a new relationship, a new passion for a project, passion for how you want to live your life, travel, new friendships, or new beginnings within friendships you already have, or new beginnings and new relationships and romances that you already have. Some of you guys are dealing with an earth sign. We have this pole star, which is the star card Aquarius. Nothing but goodness here. Just all around goodness. There is nothing for you. You may feel this tension or this immense change that's about to unravel and unfold in all of our lives. It's intense. Trust me, I feel it, okay? It's intense. But as you go throughout your day on a day-to-day basis, and the more you focus on what you want, the more this energy starts to feel like adrenaline, right? This is very intense, Pisces, for you. You are about to change into someone that you won't even recognize. Right now, you won't recognize them. But when you become that person, you'll look back on yourself like, wow, like I came a long way. Keep your eye on the prize, Pisces. You guys have a lot of blessings coming your way as long as you're willing to experience the journey. Go on that trip. Go meet that future significant other. Go experience life. Let go of the past. Okay? Very beautiful, Pisces. All right. Much love and light to all of you guys. I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see you guys on Patreon next month in November. Take care, you guys. Bye.